Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here, and welcome to BBallBreakdown. Before the season starts, make sure you head over to our website and check out our NBA preview. It is gorgeous and amazing, and our editor-in-chief Jesse did an incredible job. Check it out. Not everyone is playing tonight, so it'll still be relevant through tomorrow. Well, now let's talk about the OKC offense that I saw in the preseason, because they had about 450 half-court possessions. I went painstakingly through about 200 of those to see what kind of effect Coach Donovan has on the offense. And it was very promising when we broke down what his offense looked like from Florida, and you can check that out when you can. And I encourage you to, because it's a pretty stark difference to what we're seeing with OKC now. In fact, it was kind of upsetting to me watching these half-court possessions and not seeing all the cleverness that he had in his offense from college. And in fact, of the 200 and some that I looked through, I would say there was only about 30 possessions that I saw that had recognizable action that I'm going to show you. Now, some of it is pretty good and some of it's pretty clever, but so much relies on just the straight high pick and roll and stagnant offense that we'd seen in years past. So hopefully he'll keep adding things to that, and we'll see going forward how the offense progresses. But for right now, it's a little bit troubling. Let's start out with what I'm calling box, where you get two players starting on the low blocks and two at the elbows. A high post entry triggers two things: a flare screen for the point guard and a flex cut by the weak side low post player. In an ideal situation, that flare for the point guard can lead to a back door in the vacated space left by the cutter. If that's not open, the ball is swung to the opposite side. On the weak side, the low post player back screens the guy at the elbow for a potential lob, then the screener pops out for the three-point shot. Having KD set a back screen before popping out is terrific action and should get him good looks. The problem with this set is the defense knows right away what they're running by its alignment, and if they shut down the two or three main options, there isn't any continuity. The ball dies, leaving KD to work his magic. I'm sure defenses will be happy to leave Andre Robertson wide open in the corner every time. Even if they run it well and get KD a nice curl around that down screen up top, teams can overload and wall him out of the lane, with the express purpose of leaving Robertson shooting this shot from the deep corner. They also modified this set into horns, spreading the bottom guys wide to the corners. This action is very similar, and I'm not sure I like the spacing with the flare screen for the point guard while the corner lifts up to the wing. They get Russ on top with the curl, and I don't mind this wide open shot by Ibaka, but this set leaves KD standing in the corner the whole entire time. When they get the alignment right, KD gets to lift to the wing, and with him and Russ on the same side of the floor, it presents a lot of opportunities, and they're so talented that a missed dunk still turns into an open corner three. Here's a similar set, but instead they run the left corner all the way across the floor. Similar backscreen action by Durant, but it's bottled up well. Again, there is no flow after this action, leaving Durant to create for himself out top. And there's certainly nothing wrong with letting arguably the best scorer in the game to work his magic. But if KD is out and you put Dion Waiters in his role, the offense is going to look a whole lot different, as he tends to be indecisive, not happy about going to his left, and doesn't throw accurate passes. The next set I spotted was a variation of the Spurs motion weak. Watch how Russ makes the early pass to the wing, then does a shallow cut across the court to the opposite wing. One thing different is OKC has their weak side wing set a screen for Russ before clearing out. This is clearly a green light play for Westbrook, as he gets that screen, then a dribble pitch, and doesn't even flinch as he takes and buries this three. The ball reversal in this set can also be a pass to Russ, then follow with a screen. Not my favorite action, and Russ hasn't proven himself as anything but a below average three-point shooter in his career. While lineups without either KD or Russ will probably be few and far between, if OKC has any hope of letting Dion Waiters be the playmaking role here, they're going to be in for a rude awakening. First, watch Payne pass to Waiters and then backs up right where he came from. I really dislike seeing this, and it happens all the time with OKC's point guards. Next, Waiters is a ball stopper extraordinaire and will take advantage of OKC lineups where he's the man. This preseason, it hasn't been very pretty. OKC also used this set to get Russ some post-ups. Watch how he sets the back screen this time, and when the cutter clears, he gets the whole left side to work. Unfortunately, Russ has been pretty average as a post-up player in his career. Well, sports fans, this is the halfway mark, and I want to encourage you to click over to our website to watch the rest of this video. It is free, there is no charge, it helps us keep the lights on, and as soon as we get our mobile app ready to go and fixed, then you'll have no issues. You'll just use the mobile app the whole time and you'll be able to watch the whole thing there. So I apologize again for the inconvenience, but it's one click away, no charge, and it really just helps us continue to keep giving you such great NBA content.